Welcome to the Brand Lincoln Podcast, the show where we dig into the stories behind Lincoln's most inspiring business owners and influential people. It's where big ideas and even bigger personalities collide. Proudly sponsored by Perch Merch, your one-stop shop for screen printing, embroidery, and promotional products that make your brand unforgettable. Call us at 402-217-5212 or visit us at perch-merch.com to give your business the glow-up it deserves. And don't just listen, be a true multitasker. Like, follow, and subscribe on whatever platform you're tuning in on. And check us out on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Brand Lincoln Podcast. We're basically everywhere you waste your time. Let's get inspired, Lincoln. The stories start now. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Brand Lincoln. I am your host, Chris Beecham, and I'm joined today solely by Henry Schmidt.
Hello, Chris, and listening world. How are you, Chris?
I'm good. Joe's gone.
We're good.
So we'll be okay. We're going to try to suffer through it. So today in the Perch Merch studio, we have Franz Antoine from Antoine Exteriors.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is cool.
What kind of name is that?
Yeah, so, you got to have the name that everybody butchers, but it's Haitian. Both of my parents are from Haiti. My mom's name is Françoise, so I was named after her. And, when you read it, it's Frantz. So naturally, when people read it, they say France. And
like I just did before we
press record.
What I've been calling you in my head for a very long time.
I'm not one of those people who are just like, in your face, like you say France. I'm just honestly, I just nowadays just smile and nod, just keep it moving, But it's cool, man. Yeah, Franz Antoine with Antoine Exteriors.
Okay, so what is Antoine Exteriors?
Antoine Exteriors is Lincoln, Nebraska's only, not only, but we are a roofing company. We do roofing, siding, and gutters. We are the only Black-owned roofing company here in Nebraska.
No kidding.
Yeah, I was shocked to find that out as well.
Did you find that out yourself, or did someone inform you of that information?
I was informed by another contractor in Omaha, actually, because I know the Lincoln area really well. I network here. I'm born and raised. I know the layout and who owns what. But in Omaha, there was other contractors, and they said, I don't think there is any in Omaha. And so between Lincoln and Omaha, if there's not one there, I don't think there'll be one in
North Platte.
Or County.
Or somebody's going to call us out.
Maybe.
Scotts Bluff.
There is. Shout out to them. They can maybe
keep it up.
We can link up. I actually do partner with other roofing companies, and we collab on projects. And
interesting.
Even though that there's a lot of us, some of them just ethically wise aren't good people, but the ones that are, we tend to come together.
So how did this start? When and where?
So I launched the company back in 2021. Before I opened my own, I worked for roofing companies where I learned how to do all this, and I worked with them for 4 years. I won't mention the name of it because they shut down very abruptly, put a lot of people in a bad place as far as payments, owing, not giving a heads up like things were going south. Does everybody remember Enron?
Yeah.
Back in the 90s?
Yeah.
Okay, similar.
Okay.
Very, very similar. Like they
So you learned what not to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot there was a lot of rumors on why they closed.
But did you have any idea that it was coming?
No, I just knew things were kind of just getting a little messy toward the end, but I didn't think that they would just totally shut down because they were just so big. There was a lot of us. It was 14 of us guys out there estimating and getting on roofs. I know I did fairly well with the company, so it didn't make a lot of sense. I was maybe assuming too much overhead. They were trying to do too much. They were donating too much, but it's all speculation. I didn't really know what happened until it happened.
So were you planning on starting your own, or just they're like, hey, all right, well?
It was getting to a point where after doing it for 4 years, I kind of just did everything from finding the new business, bidding it out, overseeing it, making sure things were cool, details, collecting.
The whole process, basically.
The whole process. And so I was entertaining it, and I did get my LLC because I was an independent contractor, but it really just didn't get the push until they said, yeah, we're done here. So when they closed down, I actually got a call from 25 other roofing companies asking if I wanted to come and
you were being headhunted, huh?
I
want it, yeah.
I tell you, and I used to be a headhunter. I used to be a recruiter, so I know how it is. But yeah, I spoke with a lot of roofing companies. I even had one offer me $180,000 as a salary to come in there, and
you said no.
Yeah, I said no, man, because then they would own you. If there's a hailstorm in Oklahoma, yeah, you're going, and
You better get packing.
and you're gonna have to bring all these knuckleheads with you and make sure that they're doing their jobs. And I really wasn't about storm chasing and door knocking and doing all that. It's not really my style.
So you just said, F it, I'm going to go start my own.
I put it together in like 4 days.
Okay.
So 4 days, I was just like, because I was in the networking world anyway, so I knew people. Threw together a jankety website, but it worked, right? It was $350. So I was like, let's do that. I bought the truck outright from the old company and took off that wrap and put on a new one. Business cards, I was able to get something overnight. I had to make an announcement because I affiliated myself so much with this company that there was a lot of customers. It made the news. It was bad. So I had to disassociate myself from that company.
Make your new brand.
Make my new brand, but also anyone who I did a project for during the time I was with that company, because I offered them a 5-year warranty, I would honor that warranty through
or your new business.
Got it.
Wow.
And I was put to the test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's risky.
Yeah. But you just gotta do what you say you're gonna do. That's just the whole thing. Do what you say you're gonna do, and just don't screw people over. It just happens too much in this industry.
So that sets you apart from the others. What kind of team you got? Like, how has it grown?
Yeah, man. Like, so I was just used to being like a one-man show when I was with
your previous employer.
I'm a slip up, I know.
I'm waiting for you to.
So that was exactly what I do from beginning to end. So then the crews that I knew, I paid them what the previous company didn't pay them for past projects. And I said, you guys still want to keep working? They was like, yeah. I was like, all right, man. So I was just running with them. We would just go find it. They would work. I'd make sure it's cool. We would communicate. And I would just do everything from beginning to end. Now, it's funny that talking about this now, because I cannot imagine going back to doing because I was working 14-hour days, almost 7 days a week, just running and gunning. Now I have an amazing team, and we are growing this year. I have my office manager. Her name is Morgan, and she is like our mom. She takes all the calls. She sets all the appointments. She looks at my calendar. She even looks at my emails. She coordinates with the crews. She coordinates with the supplier for the materials, coordinates with the customer, letting them know when everything is coming.
That saves you a lot of time.
She does the budgets for all the stuff in our CRM. She documents well in our CRM. I have my operations manager, John, who is my right-hand man. He goes out and he makes sure, I was just on the phone with him before we jumped on here. So he's at each project, make sure things is cool, make sure they have the materials they need, make sure things are cleaned up. If I need him to do some inspections, like out of town, he'll run and do that. We also have a TC who's a part-time bringing in sales guy, but he does commercial. So when he does bring in something, it's nice. It's nice. He likes the big projects. He'll do like 5 big projects a year. Some other residential stuff, but.
So is it just roofing, or have you ventured off into?
Yeah, we do siding. We do gutters, and I just hired a new window crew. And we got a project going on the 17th in Fort Calhoun. And I don't know how.
I heard you were the glass.
Actually, no. I will say this. No, the other roofing companies that I partner with, they referred me.
Okay. So you do windows now too?
We do windows now.
We should have added that to your shirts.
That's fun. It's fun.
We'll have to make some new ones.
We're going to make sure it's in beta. I'll just say it's in beta, but so far so
not full release yet.
Not fully.
So obviously you go outside of Lincoln.
Yeah, man. I lived in Omaha for a while. So my first year and a half in the business, I was in Omaha only. So yeah, but Omaha, we'll go about an hour out, I'll say. It's manageable, an hour out. Once it gets to 2 to 3 hours, it's like, okay, something can go wrong, and I ain't got the time just to drive 3 hours to go check on something.
Not anymore anyway.
Yeah, 6 hours out your day.
Maybe at the beginning.
At the beginning, yeah. Oof,
when you got 14 hours in your day, you can just drive for 6 of them.
That's why I got to be 14. Stuff like that. Yeah, man. But now with the team in place now, and so I'm talking with you guys, and I actually have projects going on today, but I can be present here with you while the business continues. And so this year we're trying to make things better and make sure the experience for the customer is good, because when people are working on your house, it can be a little nerve-wracking. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the process of a roof.
I've heard it.
It's messy. You got to take all the stuff off. You got the dumpster out back. You know, there's nails everywhere. You know, and then you got people with nice landscaping. You know, it's sensitive stuff, man. The cleanup's got to be on point. Yeah, man. Just having that overall experience comfortable.
Because I assume winter doesn't help you in the weather at all.
You know, it's funny. We work quite a bit in the winter. Like, it's not ideally to shingle, but doing gutters and doing some siding is still, as long as it's 30 degrees, which this winter has been pretty mild.
Yeah, we haven't even had a snow yet.
Yeah, and to shingle, it's just got to be at least 40 to 45 degrees, at least 2 days in a row, and then it's the material's warranted. Like, we're shingling today. Like, we're doing some stuff today on the roof.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting to know.
Yeah.
So what do you have any crazy stories about falling through a roof yet? Or
no, man, I'm good. Like, I have not. I could talk about others, but no, I have not fallen off. I have not fallen through. I've felt weird. I'm like, okay, we should not go further up this roof because it's a little questionable.
Yeah, like especially when you're like going to bid them.
Yeah.
Just way too bad.
I will say this. I was in Omaha on one, and the wind was just crazy. And the ladder, I have like a collapsible ladder, but it goes up 15 feet if you've ever seen one.
Yep.
And I got done marking it up, looking at everything. I go back to my ladder, and it is gone, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it is on the floor. Customer's not home.
So you are up there with no way to get down.
I have my cell phone, thank goodness, because that's what I'm taking pictures with.
Otherwise, you better start yelling.
Yeah, man. So I'm trying to see if anybody's walking down the street. I mean, it's the middle of the day. People are at work. People are at school. So I had to call a homie. And after he was laughing about it for a while, he was 15 minutes out. He came and got me my ladder.
Rescued you.
Yeah. And he says he's going to invoice me or something like that. I don't know. He was a jerk. But a friend, obviously, he came and helped me out. I would say another time I was dealing with an insurance adjuster, and this guy was kind of a jerk to me. And we're on a roof trying to determine damage, and this particular adjuster was just, like I said, he was being a jerk. And we both went on this roof on my ladder. And you know, after saying a few rude things to me and things of that nature, and I'm not that way. I like to be respectful, you know. I went down on that ladder, and then I just took it and left him on the roof. Oh, he deserved it.
You're saying this so nonchalant. He like, I just left.
Yeah, I just left. I mean, it's not like my character, but if you saw the exchange and some of the stuff that he was saying, it was like,
and what do you have against you? What were you doing?
Well, there's just like, I think he had his walls up because we're like stereotyped as car salesmen. Like, all we're trying to do is get everybody's roof paid for by insurance.
Yeah.
Which, you know, with myself, it's not the case. If it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, there's plenty of work out there. To me, this roof was clearly damaged by a storm. This person was having leaks. And, you know, we meet the insurance adjuster there. We both look at it. I mean, we can both stand outside and we can both see the grass is green. It's clear. But, you know, if you're coming up there and saying, well, it's not really green, and that's really like more of a, you know, something else. It's like, are we serious?
This isn't your first rodeo. You know what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing this for like 8 years. And also this was not why I opened my own company. I'll say that. I said that I was still previous. I was a little, I would say I was kind of being a little arrogant with him too, just because I was trying to match his energy.
Was he yelling at you? What happened?
He did raise his voice a few times.
No, I mean like after you took his ladder.
He was cussing at me. He was cussing at me.
But you just threw it in the truck and left?
And I was just like, I circled around the block.
This is great.
And then I came back in, and then I let him down.
Oh,
okay.
You said, whoops, my bad, I forgot you.
No, I just said, I had to change your heart, and I'll just let you down. And I was like, you know, miss me, like, don't ever, you know, talk to me like that, disrespect me kind of a thing. You know, that's not what we're here for. We're here, you know, we're professionals.
Yeah.
Right? Let's be
You're on the same team.
No, we're not on the same team. No, so it's like, I don't know. There's insurance companies that actually that care about their customers and want to make sure things get done correctly. And then I believe there's some insurance companies out there that have an agenda. They want to, you know, collect that premium and then not take care of the customer. And 2024 was probably one of the biggest examples of that I've seen this year. They're pushing back. They're pushing back on a lot of claims being made.
Did you end up doing that roof that you left the guy on?
Yes. and I had to call for a different adjuster. This was in Omaha, or I would say Papillion area.
That explains it.
Yeah.
Man. So after he got down, did you shake his hand? I mean, what? I still want to know more about.
So yeah, so we got
but-
down, and then I just kind of told him how I felt. I felt disrespected. I felt like it wasn't professional.
And you're kind of an intimidating man. You're not a little man.
Yeah, but he's like an older, grumpy guy, gray hair. I'm not quick to tell somebody that they're racist or something like that, but sometimes you just catch these vibes, and I'm not quick to jump to that conclusion. But it crossed my mind,
Yeah.
you know, and so I was like, maybe some of that's going on. Who knows? But I do know that this roof is going to get paid for because it's obvious,
And it did.
and it did.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's a good story, Franz.
Oh man, actually, I haven't thought about that incident for like a while because there's like been other stories, but anyway.
What's some good stories like that you were like just really proud of a job you've done or a job you got? Like,
Shoot, you know, elderly fixed income people who just need the work done, you know, and the fact that you can come and get some of these things approved, and being that the insurance is going into a direction where it's getting harder and harder, we've had to introduce financing because some houses are just falling apart. They're falling apart. They need it fixed. This is where they live. There's no other option. I don't have 20 grand in the bank just to give you to get this done, but I can do $150 a month, $20 a month. We can do that and spread it out. And it's simple. People get approved and the work can get done.
that's a very good option. Yeah, because that's a big expense that
Right.
can come out of nowhere.
Not everybody can. Yeah. I mean, I think, so yeah, the economy is just not the best. But we still need a roof under our, just to sleep under
Mm-hmm.
with no water coming in.
So what's the plan for the company in, say, 3 to 10 years?
3 to 10 years, I would like to have a great team of people who can go out there and estimate, explain the process. I like to title them as exterior specialists. So they come, they look at the home. What do we need done? They take great notes with Company Cam. If you guys ever heard of Company Cam, you can really spell out the scope of work of the project, estimate it, present it well, and just be able to diversify myself, right? And so I can work on it, not in it so much. Once we have that crew of great exterior specialists, then we can add to our administrative team, our marketing team. I would like to have my accounting in-house. I love my accountant right now that I outsource to, but it'd be nice to have everything back in-house, have some space, have our own building is where I like to see ourselves from 3 to 5 years from now. And being more involved in, right now we're the nonprofit that we choose to be a part of and invest heavily in is Visionary Youth.
With KB?
With KB. So that one's like near and dear to my heart. But there's a lot of good ones out there that I've been noticing. So I'm in the ERN group, and a lot of nonprofits come and speak. Foster Care, Mosaic, they're doing amazing stuff. Like it's really hard as a business owner to pick and choose your nonprofits because I think I get hit up 3 times a week on will you donate, you know?
Yeah, and we've had a lot on the podcast too. And I mean,
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you don't even realize how much of that stuff is going around, let alone in Lincoln.
Holy cow.
And then you've learned, I mean, they're not, I was just saying the other day, I was like, we got to stop having so many nonprofits, man. These are sad stories. Like these are,
Like I'm a big man, you know, like I'm like, you can't be having me crying over here. God, like they go in and then they start crying. I'm just like, oh man, don't do it. And then I do it.
yeah, take my money.
I was like, oh man, you know, you just want to, so it'd be nice to really be involved more in that once we're in a position where, and so I'm applying for some grant services to expand as well. And what that will do is we will be able to be more involved in the community. We will be able to offer more jobs locally here and give people an opportunity to do well for themselves. Everybody that works for me now, I mean, they make good money. They have benefits. John, you know, he has a truck, he has a phone, he has a company credit card. He's good. He's good. And he's from Portugal, if I'm saying it right. He's Portuguese. And he says, man, I've never had medical insurance before.
The classic Haitian and Portuguese guy team up, take over the world.
You know, it's yeah, man. So yeah, he's been really good. He represents the company really well. Guy with high integrity. I trust him. Tells the truth however which way it comes. I can't have anything else around me but that.
Yeah, because there is one thing we're not in short supply of is exterior companies.
Yeah.
But you're still growing and you're obviously doing everything right. You see a lot of ones come and go.
It's crazy how
Yeah, I wonder what the average lifespan of a roofing company.
they say a new local business in general that you got 3 years. 3 years, if you can make it past 3 years, then
You should survive.
yeah, you should be doing all right. But 3 years will determine whether your doors are open or closed.
Yep, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like you're doing everything right, so we don't have to worry about you.
We're trying.
You can keep buying merch from.
We're trying. Yeah, I love my new merch. I was wearing the same stuff, man, for like. Yeah, so that was another thing. I'd gotten like some shirts from another local person here in town, and I got like 10 shirts, and I've been wearing those 10 shirts since 2021. So this feels good, and I got some winter stuff too.
Feels good.
Yeah,
It looks good too.
it does,
And it fits.
It fits. 6'4", these orangutan arms, like the struggle is real. Trying to get something that fits when you're ordering online.
And you look more friendly in those.
Yeah, man.
Very be an intimidating looking guy.
Yeah, I'm approachable.
Yes, now you are now. Thanks to Perch Merch.
Hey.
But remember that.
Thank you, Perch Merch.
Okay, so you're from Lincoln,
Born and raised.
born and raised.
Yeah.
Real quick, what'd you do before the roofing stuff?
Before the
I
roof,
think you said a recruiter.
I was an IT recruiter in Omaha. The company's changed now, but it was CNA Industries. I'm not too sure what they're called now. It was on 136 in Dodge area, big building. Did the IT recruiting for a few years, and then I transferred in a division in there where it was celebrity staff, where I was recruiting office people. And so I would find people who knew how to do some Java development or .NET development. I would call in the TD Ameritrade and ask for Habib, and I would talk to Habib, and I would just say, "Hey, man, and I would have job opportunities for him. I got this other company here. They same platform, same environment. Are you happy? I was that guy. Half the time they're happy, and half the time, the way they treat these developers, they put them in a basement and they're just on a computer. But they will take a pay cut to go over to a place like Huddle, where the environment is nice and they have like couches and lights and people to be.
Not stuck in a basement.
Yeah. Oh man, there was a guy getting paid $120 an hour to be in the basement, but he took 90 to go over to Huddle.
A lot more growth opportunity though, probably too. I mean,
Well, yeah, there's
Huddle's done okay in this town.
they are number one. But like it's that environment is what they promote, and it's absolutely amazing. And I don't know if you guys ever been in that building, but
I have not. They have not invited us.
you have to be invited. You definitely do. They have
I'm
like
just asking for an invite
yeah.
publicly right now.
Oh well, I'm not the guy.
What that?
I wouldn't.
Maybe you should just redo the roof or something.
I will look at their roof if they need it. Yes, I would leave the podcast right now to go look at their roof. But love you guys.
No offense.
Love you guys.
No
but
offense
we're
taken,
gonna
Franz.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, they got like a bar in there, cafeteria, couches, lounge. Just it's like, man, do we really want to go home?
Yeah, I got a mini fridge in my office. Does that count?
Very similar.
Margaritas, is it?
I'm not gonna hit. I got them in my office. I got the mini fridge. Got a little Stella Rosa.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. You don't know when it's time to celebrate.
So where do people find you? How do they get in contact with you if they do want job?
Check out our stuff on www.AntoineExteriorsLLC.com. We have a lot of our before and after pictures where we're doing work at. We are testimonials. We have a 5-star Google rating. Hopefully that, continues. You could definitely call our office at 402-260-1099. Morgan is very good. She has an amazing personality, which was trial and error in this business, because that's going to be your first impression when you call Antoine Exteriors. If you call and pick up, it's like, hello? All right. Oh, you want somebody to come look at your roof? All right. What's your name? Address?
Yeah, we'll be there someday.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What is your problem? Yeah. No, yeah, we got to put a little seasoning on that. We got to We got to change that up a little bit. Some flavor.
I like it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, since Joe's not here, we also asked, like, what do you do when you're not working in Lincoln? What's your favorite things to do?
Shoot, man. When I'm not working, I go to LP Fitness here in town. I'm all about supporting Lincoln businesses. So wherever I eat or whatever I do, I try to make sure like it's local. So I work out quite a bit at LP Fitness Transformation Center. Really good friends with the owner over there, Liza Mendoza. And it's been like the best for me. Like I'm like the strongest I've ever been and the most in shape I've ever been.
Yeah, me and Henry did a class.
Did y'all do a class?
Yeah, well, y'all ain't been back. There's a video. Yeah, it was.
My hamstrings don't need to be that sore, Franz.
I was like, oh, okay.
They try to tell you, you go in there, you don't have to like, do all the things, level up. But I'm like, no, man, we're competitive. We're probably going to go in there. We're going to try and do all the things.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We're just not.
I did them all.
We're not going to do push-ups on our knees.
I didn't show pain till after I left.
Oh, he was able to hold it in.
I think so. Was I, Henry?
Shoot, man, it's Tuesday.
I think it was fine.
That next day when it kicks in. But
Where do you like to eat?
dude, I'm a foodie. I can't think of. I don't know if there's really a local restaurant here in town that I haven't tried. But we were talking about this before we jumped on the podcast. But I frequent at Vung Tao. I'm probably there once a week, at minimum. And it's usually on a Sunday morning. There may have been some drinks from the night before. But which is another thing that I like to do. I like to go out dancing, go out with the wife, and we'll go out with some friends and eat somewhere. And if there's like an R&B night, we'll go and get a little groove on. And it's probably we'll probably do like maybe once a month or something like that.
Yeah, that's fun though.
Yeah, travel if we can. Go see my mom in Florida here at the end of the month. Yeah.
You should go now.
We should go now. We should. Because last year, we accidentally went during spring break.
And that's still a thing?
My gosh. In South Beach?
I don't know. When I grew up, it was all, MTV spring break.
Yeah, the
Watch
MTV
that.
stuff. So, yeah, it was still there without the cameras. It was the most, I would say you don't want to go there with your wife again.
It wasn't romantic and quiet.
My mom lives in Port St. Lucie, but on Saturday, we'll drive down to South Beach and because we just like the beach there. It's awesome. But it was like ratchetness. It was just straight. It was something else to see.
Like out of a movie.
Yeah, but so it was me, my wife, and then that time Marilyn was maybe 4. And then we had our other kid who was 18. And obviously she thought it was awesome. We go back. We went to our Airbnb and she said, "You guys want me to go back out there to CVS? And do you need anything?" She wanted to get back out there. I said, no.
Stay right here.
We're good. She's like, "But I'll do it. I'll go get it." We're like, "Stay here."
2 hours later, she comes back.
I know. It was people watching, but no, it was so wild that they send police with the horses and clear it out at midnight because the locals weren't a fan of
I bet not.
the visitors.
They shut it down at midnight.
Oh, you had no choice. They were about their business, which was funny because my 4-year-old went up to one of the police officers that was looking really mean. It was a taller black lady, AK-47 glasses and all that stuff. And my 4-year-old walked up and gave her a hug. And this lady,
It's like, you look really.
melted. She melted. I was watching. I was like, let me see how this is going to go.
Just sit back.
Let me see how this is going to
How
go.
this is going to go.
It went well.
Could go one of two ways. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. That was great.
Yeah, man.
Dude.
This was dope. Perch merch is dope. Antoine Exteriors is dope. We're just out here doing dope things.
I love it. All right.
And
Thanks, everybody.
Nice.